welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to have a closer look at this week's Nail Team Glitters of the Week and create a design with them. So I did do a quick introduction on these glitters in yesterday's video, but let's have a look at all of them. So the glitters of this week are the Magical Mermaid Elite glitters. These go with the Magical Mermaid gel polishes. We got 5 really pretty elite glitters. I'd probably say that about all of them. So yesterday I showed you Apphia, which matches the gel polish colour of the week, but we've also got Alana, Adelia, Alaya and Ariel, which matches last week's colour of the week. They are really pretty glitters. They've got a little bit of iridescence to them and also a little bit of matte, so they are quite unique, all but Ariel, which is more of a metallic foily glitter. So in this design I am just going to use 4 of these. I'm going to use Apphia, Alaya, Alana and Adelia. Just because they are the similar sort of mixes with the iridescent and the slight matte, whereas Ariel is slightly different, and I thought these 4 would go really nice together. And I'm going to use Ariel in one of my designs later in the week. So just like yesterday's video, I'm not going to talk all the way through as I'm filming. I'm going to voice over once I've finished and come to edit. I just wanted to do the introduction. Now for all my other videos today I want to stick with the underwater, ocean, seaside theme, but this video or this design is going to be slightly different. It's inspired by a set I saw earlier in the week, and I cannot for the life of me remember who it was by. But that set was done with neon acrylics. I am going to do it with the glitters. So I'm going to get myself set up and get on with the design. So for this set I'm working on Liza, my red iguana hand. I've applied, I think they were the gem stiletto tips, but any tips would work, and then I have cut them to more of a salon length almond shape. You know, I'm absolutely loving this length and shape at the moment, so I've been doing it along a lot. I've literally just cut the shape. I've not filed or neatened it up. It does mean I have a little bit more filing to do at the end. So I would actually recommend filing them and neatening them up before starting the design. I just like to make things difficult for myself. And now I'm just going in using Gem's Crystal Clear Acrylic to do my thin clear base, as I do with all designs. So apart from the 4 glitters in this set, I'm just using Crystal Clear and Blush Acrylic from Gems. And then what I'm going to be doing is working all 4 of those glitters just up the tip, so just going back to sort of that base nail free edge, and I'm going to do little blocks of colour and then blending them together. I'm not thinking of it being colour blocking, I'm just little blocks and then blending together, so using the tip of my brush just to feather and tickle the glitters so I've got a nice blend. What I don't want is what happened here, where the colour completely went into the other block, so I did go back and add a touch more Apphia. So I've got all 4 of my glitters open here, which is dangerous. I'm not going to lie, it is dangerous. There is every possibility that I will knock one over. I will tip some into the other pot. I never like having all of my glitters open at the same time, but for this particular design I needed it. And then once I was happy with the first nail, I'm going on to the next, and I'm changing up the order I do the colours in, so they're all a little bit different. As I said at the start, this design was partly inspired by a set I saw recently on YouTube. I checked and it was by Stacey Fleming, nail artist, and she did it with neon acrylics and she marbled them at the tip. Obviously not easy to marble glitters, so I've changed it ever so slightly, but the idea of the design was very much inspired by her, and I will try and link her channel down below in the comments. And then I'm just, or not the comments, in the description, sorry. And then I'm just going to keep going on all of these nails. I'm really patting the glitter down. I don't want loads. I'm just picking up teeny tiny little beads because I don't want to add lots of thickness. This is the tip of the nail, so we don't want a, you know, a thick finished tip. When we come to it, we want to keep it nice and slim and thin. So I'm just moving on, and as you can see, I'm still alternating the blocks and the order I do them, and you know, you can just go back to the previous glitter you've used just to get a little bit more of a blend. And for this part of the design, the sort of the glitter tips, I am mainly working with the very tip of my brush. This allows me to really push and feather and almost tickle the glitters into place, and to get a nice soft blend between glitters as opposed to a sharp straight line. Once I've finished applying the glitters on all of these nails, I want to leave it to set just for a minute or two. To be honest, once you finish the last nail, the first nail is normally set enough that you can continue with the design, but you like to leave your glitters set just a bit so that when you come in and add any more acrylic, whether that's clear or coloured or cover, you don't smush or move the design, because we've just put that all in place, we've just played around, tickled it all into place. The last thing I want to do is smush it and ruin it. So I want to let that set, and now I'm going in with blush, the newest of the Gems cover powders, and I'm just placing this from the cuticle, getting my brush down behind it so I can just tuck it in, make sure I've got a nice neat cuticle line, and then I'm just blending it down just slightly over top of those glitters. I'm not looking to cover the entire glitter design, just looking to overlap ever so slightly, and so it looks like the glitters are sort of creeping out from underneath that cover acrylic. You've seen me do this many times. It's one of my favourite ways to do a glitter ombre, so doing the cover powder on top as opposed to the glitter on top. And now I'm just going to repeat this on all the other nails. I will need to encapsulate the glitters, and I'll want to encapsulate as much of the blend as I can, but I don't necessarily need to encapsulate all of the cover powder down towards the cuticle, because it is a strength powder, and if I give myself enough thickness there, I will already have my apex. They're not mega long nails, so I don't need a mega thick apex, so it's just sort of seeing how it looks at the end. I have sped this up a little bit more on the final 3 nails because it is the same, it is just applying that cover powder. If I'm not happy, if I feel I'm covering too much of the glitter, wet my brush and go in with a wet clean brush and just sort of push that cover acrylic back down the nail towards the cuticle, and then I can just tickle it ever so slightly just to get a nicer blend. And where I felt the blend was a bit uneven, so it came down further on one side than the other, or it had more coverage on one side than the other, I'm just going in with little beads just to perfect those little areas. But as I said, I don't want to cover all of that glitter, and also by alternating the sort of the glitter patterns, I make sure I still see a bit of every single colour across the 4 nails. So I'm just going to keep applying our blush on the last 2 nails, and then I will need to encapsulate in clear acrylic when that is all done. As I said, I definitely need to encapsulate the glitter, but I don't necessarily need to encapsulate right back to the cuticle. You will get to know where you need more thickness, more height, and more for your apex, the more you do acrylic. So it's sort of once the design is done, I look at the nails and think, right, I can start my clear exactly where I want the apex, or oh, I can just do it where I would need to encapsulate the blend and the glitter. So you sort of get a feel for these things the more you do it. But as I said, I'm going to encapsulate in clear acrylic, and then I need to file these nails, get that nice, cute, straight, not straight, but that nice cute little almond shape, just tidy it up, then refine the surface of the nail, and here they are all freshly filed and looking much more like an almond shape and not something a little bit wonky. Gonna give them a good clean over, get rid of any little dust or fluff, and then it is time to add our finishing touches. Now you could leave this design as it is, but I want to add a little bit of leopard print. So I've got my painted and posted personalized palette. They are now closed, so unfortunately unable to get these anymore. And I've got the black stamping and art gel from Perfect Nails and my Zero short brush from Crystal Nails. I decided to use this because it's a little bit thinner than my Gems Avery brush, and I wanted slightly more delicate leopard print. The art gel is also from the nail team, but they are discontinuing Perfect Nails at the nail team, so there is only a few colours available, but they are fantastic. They are really nice art gels to work with. So I am just doing little, they're like C shapes, but they are very, very wonky C shapes. I'm going to have bits that are shorter, bits that are thicker, very rough and random. This is animal print. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I'm just doing it sort of in a smile liney type shape just over top of the glitters, and I don't want to fully cover the glitters, so you know, I'm trying to leave gaps. As you can see, there are bits that are thicker, there are bits that are a little bit wonky, and that's what we want to get that sort of that leopard printy, animal printy look. If you are someone who thinks, I'm going to smudge the nails, you can flash cure each nail before moving on to the next one. I'm just being really, really careful, although I did smudge a little bit on the side of the fingers. But that is because it's hard to keep the fingers apart. If you are on a client, you can actually, you know, get them to physically hold their fingers apart, whereas these practice hands don't as easily. But I just did them all in one go and cured at the end. So I'm just doing the final nail. As you can see, I'm almost shaking and like wiggling the brush. That helps me to get a much more sort of relaxed and uneven and more natural look to this. I mean, not that you find sort of sparkly rainbow leopards in the wild, but that's what I was going for with my black print effect. Once I'm happy, I'm going to pop in the lamp and I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds, and then it is time for the final part of any design, and we are going to go in with Miss Tina Top. You could do the design on top of Tina Top, although I do find these particular gels have a slight tacky finish to them, so they are much better underneath the top coat. But if you've got a tack-free gel, you could do it on top and almost have sort of a raised, embossed feel to it. But if you don't like that, do it and then top coat. So I'm just top coating all of these nails with Miss Tina. Then they will go back in the lamp for a 60-second cure, and this rainbow magical mermaid leopard print design is done. And there we have my introducing the glitters of the week design video finished. It's a super simple set. You could do it on longer nails and have much more of that sort of that glittery tip design. You could do the leopard print just on a couple of sort of accent nails, so you still see more of the glitter underneath, but I really loved it on all of the nails. It's a really simple set, but I absolutely love it. And I'd love to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments down below. Let me know which is your favourite of these glitters. I think they're all beautiful. I'm a little bit torn between the pink and the yellow. But I think they're all beautiful. So please let me know in the comments down below, and please give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're new to my channel or you've just not got around to it yet, please click subscribe. Love to have you join me here for further videos. But we have come pretty much to the end of this one today, so check out the description box because I'll pop the product details and links in there. Everything I've used is from the nail team, and for the full price products you can use my code Helen5 for 5% off. The glitters of the week are currently £10 for all 5 glitters, so you can't use my discount code for those. And the art gels, if the black is still available, it is already reduced, so again you can't use my code for them, but I think there are only a few colours left on the website. But the acrylics and the top gel, Helen5 will get you 5% off. We have come to the end of this video, so thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back on Friday with another design using the Ariel Elite glitter, so come and join me then. Have a fabulous rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye. Mwah.